Hi, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for CrypticChance. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box. I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. And as you can tell by the title, this is for a South Park episode called Joining the Panderverse, which I definitely remember seeing clips of this. It was everywhere at a point where it was Cartman as Kathleen Kennedy. Put a chicken in me today. Put a chicken in me today. Day. So it was nice to finally see the full gist of the episode. It was a special. I say episode is special. About 48 minutes long. And it was funny. I'll say it was funny. It was entertaining. It was nice to see finally someone else talking how idiotic Disney and the pandering happens to be. It happens to be showcased, especially at Disney. It was fun to see that bone be picked, so to speak. And the plot goes where you have Cartman as an angry black woman and all the kids are these diverse women. And there's dialogue like, oh, you sound like a white man trying to reestablish the patriarchy. And like Cartman wakes up because it was a nightmare and he feels something's off. And he goes to school, brings up the idea of multiverse. And either Stan or Kyle say, oh, multiverses, they're so lame, so tired of them. Everyone's sick of the stupid multiverse. Just an excuse for lazy writing. You got a point. One leads to another, and Cartman's get switched. So the black woman Cartman gets switched to the real South Park, while Cartman gets put into the diverse South Park. While that's happening, Stan's dad, he's trying to get the oven door fixed, and he's trying to find out the way he fixes it is just to call repairman. But now the repairmen are so busy and make you so much money because no one knows how to fix shit anymore. So all these people, they're like, oh, if you fix my stuff, I'm a psychiatrist, I'll give you a free session. Oh, I'm a lawyer, I'll do this, I'll do that. So it goes on with, man, we went to college, it was BS, it was a ripoff, they didn't teach us to fix shit. The idea is that there's a lot of people who nowadays don't know how to fix stuff, and they even mention how you have so many people look on a phone and go, well, how do you fix this? How do you fix that? Because people are so concentrated on this and other avenues that they don't know how to get their hands dirty. And how do you deal with more and more people not knowing how to get their hands dirty and how to fix stuff? Even when Stan's dad tries to look up how to fix something, he's like, well, AI, can you come over and fix it for me? So I kind of did the gist of what it was going, and I thought that was kind of funny too. So I liked both parts of the story. Granted, the more funnier part was the Panderverse stuff, but the other stuff was kind of funny too. It was funny to see Cartman just going out of his mind in the, I'll just call it the Panderverse, where people look at him and go, all of you be replaced by white motherfuckers. Oh, you just being racist. You can't be racist to white people. They also have Cartman. There's a Kathleen Kennedy that's Cartman with hair, girly hair. And Bob Iger and his crew are wondering, there's something going on with Kathleen Kennedy. And they go, oh, there's something different about her. Oh, it must be the Panderverse stone. Because apparently there's this Panderverse stone that uses to fight bigotry in society. And instead just made you lazier and lazier and lazier. We keep making the same movie and pander more and more and more. Well, pander harder. And that's where you get the Cartman as Kathleen Kennedy going, stick a chicken and make it gay. Put chicken and make her gay. So Cartman, he's trying to deal with not going insane in the Panderverse and meets the real Kathleen Kennedy there, and she admits what she did and how she wanted to fight the ugly feedback, but by doing so, the feedback got stronger and stronger, the hate mail got more and more. The reason I pause with that is it does try to play on both sides where by the end of it, like Carp, they both kind of apologize because Cartman says he's the one who wrote all the thousands of letters. And it's like, yeah, complaining about woke stuff all the time is lazy too. And to be fair, they got a point on that. Because part of me is, oh, fuck that, no. But it's like, well, if you stop and think about, yes, if you complain about woke stuff all the time, it does get old. It does get tiresome. Now, granted, there's still a lot out there. But I'll go back to the episode a bit. Because it does a nice job reflecting on what's going on at the time, as well as some pretty funny bits in there. Again, I just looked up a random clip, like the way South Park, how the Panderverse, all the characters are replaced by women or diverse people, or how like Butter's dad calls dad, but it's like a woman, black woman, and how they just don't give a fuck. They just go for it. And they go for broke, and they don't hold back. I give credit to that. But the sad thing is, they've done it, they being Disney and these companies, they push this agenda so long, so futile of a gesture, not learning much of anything. And they do mention Indiana Jones a few times. They don't mention as so much of Star Wars. They do mention a couple times Indiana Jones. That when you push it so often, and then you get told you're this and this. Oh, I didn't like the film because I didn't like the acting. Oh, I didn't like the story. Well, you're this, you're this. Oh, whatever. But then you don't like this one thing because it's a badly made movie. Well, you're this and this. Well, fuck you then. Then you start seeing more and more what they add into it, what they put into it, what they try to lecture you on. So inadvertently, what these companies do is create their own antagonist, which is us, a lot of the fans. Not all the fans, but a lot of the fans. So even when a film is not trying to be woke, we can't help but wonder and think, and we've been like systemically taught that this means this and this means that you can almost see it everywhere, even when it's not intended. Oh, no, they cast that person because they liked what she did in audition. Or was it... You have to question everything now. Which we didn't do that back in the day. Hell, if you look at, say, Die Hard, Die Hard's a pretty diverse cast. You got Bruce Willis, but you also have Carl Winslow. You got Reginald VelJohnson. You got the quarterback is toast. You got that guy. You got Al Leon. You got Bonnie Bedelia. You got a pretty diverse cast there. Hell, Predator 2. If Predator 2 came out today, let's say Predator 2 came out and it came out today. No one knew what it was. They had not made a sequel for Predator for a long time. It comes out. Oh, okay, did they cast the Latino person here and it's a black guy now? Is DEI? You go... our mind's been so fucked up now we have to think about that, or we have to wonder about that even for a second, and that's so frustrating that these fucking companies has led audiences to lead in this mental, and you can't blame the audience. Can't blame the audience for it, because you've told them this is what to think in a way. You have. You told them we're doing it for this because there'll be memos out there. We have a diverse part of our company. Our company is specifically doing this to do this. But now you're people learn this, they realize this, they understand this. So now it's hard to not see it everywhere. You're Frankenstein. You created the antagonist. Disney and these companies. It's so stupefyingly frustrating. And these companies don't get it. So yes, complain about woke stuff all the time. If that's all you do, I get the point they're saying on that. But at the same time, if they're still doing it for that certain purpose, that's now making people have more of this mindset that we have today, then they deserve to be complained upon. They deserve to be yelled at. And say, fuck you. They deserve it. Maybe it's just South Park, like we have to play both sides, which they try to do from time to time. Well, people take it too far. Well, every single thing's taken too far. But I don't think there's as many people think that take it too far. It just... The whole situation is stupid. You just got to get back to making entertaining films. With good storytelling, and good characters, and not resuscitating dead franchises. But yeah, there was some fun stuff. I liked the bits with the handyman where they're getting richer and richer, and they even have like pimp outfits. And then they decided to get their own spaceships or something, and while the people on the ground like stands down and them, what are we gonna build? And like they're pissed at a college. Let's get our money back. But there's a catapult, but they don't know how to put the catapult together, so they call someone to make the catapult happen. But it didn't matter because they just paid for the window to be fixed. No one knows how to fix their own shit. Even at the end, Randy stands that his solution is just to bring a shitload of handymen there. Not learn how to fix your own shit. Well, even go on here and study on how to do it. And the more repetition you have of it, the better you get at it. Like, you do have a whole school on the tip of your fingers on your phone. Study it. But, you know, a lot of people don't want to do that. Just, there's some lazy motherfuckers out there. Nothing wrong with asking for help, but some don't even want to do that. But also about the whole Justice Warrior stuff, the PC principal gets mad at the other kids, like, hey, maybe this black lady wants to be Cartman, huh? You can't say anything about that. And just how Kyle just so confused, like, what? I have to call her Cartman? What? Yeah, you'll be called racist. It was nice seeing the other versions of the characters in the Panderverse. Like what Kenny and these other kids were like, including Butters. Because Cartman from the actual South Park goes to the Panderverse version of Butters and tries to get her help. And then her dad comes in. Her dad, but it's also a girl. I think especially at the time it was just so refreshing because nobody wanted to talk about that oh, the only one who bring it up are the chuds online and the people who are just living in the basement and hate women and all this other stuff. And the fact that, you know, a big time TV show, which South Park is, on a wide scope, would not only bring that up but make fun of it and make fun of the ideology of what Kathleen Kennedy and them were doing. The point, is this the real one? Is this a fake Kathleen Kennedy? All this other stuff. Felt refreshing, and there's a lot of people that felt vindicated. Now, I don't know if a lot of them who felt vindicated saw the rest of the episode and said, hey, to play about woke stuff all the time is lazy too. I don't know if they saw that part of the show, or they just, that wasn't talked, like that line wasn't talked about as much. Now granted, the put a chitty and make your day, that was funnier bits in it. But you know, a lot of people don't talk about the other steps in it. But it does show kind of the snowball effect that one's fighting the other and butting at heads of, well, we don't push this more onto you, well, we don't hate you more, we don't push it more, we don't hate you more. The snowball effect that just caused the chaos that all this came about. Although more of the blame is on the studio, is on those higher-ups, because when you give them something and they give their honest opinion of, well, we don't like it, then you call them all these stupid fucking names. That's more their fault, not our fault. Just saying. Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Just saying. Like, we didn't ask for the shit. They said, you better like this or else. And we're like, well, fuck you then. So, but to be fair, they do hone in more on the company. I think Bob Iger, they kind of gave a little bit of a free pass to, because he doesn't really get made fun of a lot. He's like the guy that's trying to fix stuff and try to find the real Kathleen Kennedy and let's get things back in order. And I'm like, Bob Iger don't give a fuck. Like, I thought they went a bit easy on Bob Iger. I think they could have made fun of him. They didn't really make fun of him at all, which I thought was a bit strange. But I mean, it was still fun to see. Like I said, it was fun to see all the different iterations in the Panderverse, and just make you fun of the idea of woke and the idea of. I think even Kyle. What was the line he said? Where. This is just the same old Cartman, and you put a black woman in it. Like, saying, well, it's okay if it's like a new person, but this is like him, just that whole thinking that a lot of people have of, like, this is the same person, the same characteristics, the same name. All you did was change the race and the gender. Just repeating itself, how lazy it is. Because that's what a big point of it from these guys. How lazy it is. Same with the multiverse. They say a line like, oh yeah, that's when a dying franchise or a franchise needs something, they just create a multiverse. Which, I mean, good point. I mean, to be honest, the only two films I could think of that did a good job with that was Everything Ever All at Once, which I did like, and Into the Spider-Verse. I thought that was pretty good. And the sequel. But yeah, the stuff with Marvel and the live-action Spider-Man, No Way Home, whatever, I didn't give a shit about that. I mean, this was before Deadpool Wolverine. I didn't mind. I liked Deadpool Wolverine. I'll add that into it. I liked that film for what it is. I don't have the film. I just realized I don't have that movie. I have to pick that up sometime. But, yeah, I did like that film for what it is. But with that said, this was a fun one. This was enjoyable for what it needed to be. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now.